The 5-4-3-2-1 method for distraction control is a powerful grounding technique that helps bring your focus back to the present moment, making it an excellent tool for managing distractions, anxiety, and mental clutter. Let's dive into how this method works, the challenges you might face while using it, a real-life example, and tips for successful implementation. The core idea of the 5-4-3-2-1 technique is to engage your senses to anchor yourself in the present. When you find yourself distracted or overwhelmed, you systematically go through your senses with these steps. Number 1. Acknowledge 5 things you can see around you. Notice the details, colors, and shapes. Number 2. Identify 4 things you can touch or feel. This might be the texture of your clothing, the chair you are sitting on, or the temperature of the air. Number 3. Recognize 3 things you can hear. Listen for distant sounds, background noises, or even your own breathing. Number 4. Note 2 things you can smell. It could be your coffee, a book, or fresh air. Number 5. Focus on 1 thing you can taste. If you don't have anything at hand, you can simply think about the last thing you tasted. By the time you reach the final step, your mind has usually shifted away from distractions and into a state of calm attentiveness. However, there are some challenges when trying to use this method effectively. One common issue is resistance during high-stress moments. When your mind is racing, it may seem difficult to slow down and focus on your surroundings. Another challenge is environment-related. If you are in a monotonous or isolated setting, finding distinct sensory inputs may take effort. Additionally, some people may feel self-conscious using this technique in public, worrying about appearing disengaged or distracted. To illustrate how this method can work in real life, imagine a student preparing for an important exam. While studying, the student finds their thoughts spiraling, worrying about the results, feeling overwhelmed by the material, and struggling to stay focused. Instead of forcing concentration, they take a short break and apply the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. They observe 5 objects in their room, feel the smooth surface of their desk, hear distant traffic, smell a cup of tea, and take a sip of water. In just a few minutes, they return to their studies with a clearer, calmer mind, ready to absorb the material more effectively. For successful implementation, here are a few tips. Practice regularly. Like any mental skill, the more you use this method, the more natural it becomes, especially during moments of high distraction or anxiety. Pair it with deep breathing. Taking slow, deep breaths as you go through each step can enhance the calming effect. Create a supportive environment. If possible, keep items with distinct textures, scents, and sounds nearby. This makes it easier to engage with your senses even in a familiar space. Be patient. The technique may not completely eliminate distractions the first time you try it, but over time, it can become a reliable mental reset. The 5-4-3-2-1 method is simple, portable, and highly effective, a quick and practical tool to reclaim your focus and mental clarity whenever life starts to feel overwhelming. Give it a try and see how grounding yourself in the present can transform your ability to manage distractions.